Welcome back to the channel! This is where we left you in the last one. We photographed the cypress trees for sunrise and the foggy conditions were absolutely fantastic. Oh, and Mike didn't get eaten by an alligator, so we call it a double win.
All the senses are definitely awake and aware right now.
We made our way back to town for a second breakfast and enjoyed some downtime in the cabin we rented for this trip. The spiders here look rather friendly compared to the tarantulas in Arizona. We decided to explore nearby ruins of an ammunition factory that closed in 1997. The 35 square kilometers facility produced mostly TNT, but is now a wildlife refuge under US Fish and Wildlife Service. It was fascinating to wander around the ruins, and the area reminded me of some of the abandoned places in Berlin, Germany, minus the graffiti. We stopped for late lunch and had our first experience of a southern dish called hush puppies. It's basically deep-fried cornbread and, needless to say, amazing. We also ran into another subscriber. Thanks Malcolm for coming over and saying hi. We learned some more about the invasive water plant in the area and went out to explore a potential area to photograph for sunset.
You know, Chris wanted me to eat that alligator that was on the menu there, and I'm like, you know what, no. We have an arrangement. They don't eat me, I don't eat them. It's very simple. As long as they hold up their end of the bargain, I'm gonna hold up mine. Sorry, budget rental cars. Here, get her. That was terrifying. Well, we've come back to the spot we were at this morning. Obviously minus the fog here, it's sunset and a lot different. You know, it's having the conditions we had this morning was just absolutely insane. But we are getting some nice shots here. It's been really harsh for the most part, a lot of light coming through, and it makes it very chaotic. And you know, the scene is already chaotic with all the Spanish moss and the trees everywhere. It's already chaotic, and add like dappled light, I think it makes it a little bit too much. But got a couple of scenes that were a little bit different than they were this morning. I didn't shoot the same stuff, and I'm also trying some little black and white. So one trick that I like to do with black and white is I like to put my picture control in monochrome. Because I'm shooting in RAW, it doesn't bake that in. It's a RAW file, so I'll still have the color, but it gives me a nice preview of what a black and white photo would look like. And I got a scene right in front of me. There's no fall colors on the cypress tree itself, so it's just completely monochrome anyway, and it looks really, really, really nice. Really, really nice. A lot of kayakers out here today. They have their tripods, they're photographers, and they're putting their tripods in the water, which is insane in my book, because you know guys how much I love the alligators. So I have a nice little scene here with a cypress tree. It's got a little bit of fall color towards the bottom, and then we have some in the background to the right of it. So essentially I'm splitting this photo up into thirds, right? On the 1/3 line I have this nice cypress tree, which is my subject. It's got this really nice color along the bottom, and it's got a beautiful shape to it. We got some lilies in the midground there, and then we have some fall colors in the background to the right. Not that I really care about the rule of thirds or anything like that, because that's not something I really pay attention to too much, but for this photo, it just happens to work out. It's coincidental because I feel like it's balanced, and that's what I was looking for when I compose some of these photos, is more balance, not any kind of rules or anything like that, but I want to make sure that when I'm looking at this photo, it feels balanced.
The next morning, we headed out to the dock to catch our boat for sunrise. Sit back and enjoy the experience of this beautiful place.
absolutely just mind-blowing experience. We're probably gonna have to do a lot of post-processing to get some of those really highest ISO shots. You know, we're having to shoot mostly handheld from that boat, and I was shooting up at like 6400 ISO at some, you know, at some points early on in the morning. So I'm curious to how those are going to turn out. But I really love those silhouette of those cypress trees, man. It was just what an experience, man. Just absolutely beautiful. We're enjoying the sunset, watching egrets, hunting for fish and frogs. So the white egret and this blue heron here are eating these frogs. They caught like 5 of them in this one little spot. And these blue herons are so much bigger than the ones we have back in Arizona. Oh man, this is just so much fun. Just a nice relaxing. This is our last day here. Not having to stress about getting photos, which you do sometimes when you come out to these places, especially on photography specific trips. And to be able to come out here now, we've got a bunch of shots that we're really happy with, and now we're just enjoying the last sunset. It's quiet. All you hear are the sounds of the bayou. It's just the bayou.
The bayou and the cornbread.
So yeah, the bayou and the cornbread. Or the hush puppies.
This is turning into a food channel.
Mm-hmm.